What's up, my peoples? This is another episode of Mental Telepathy's Arena. And as you know by now, I am your host and the lyrical genius, Black Titanium. Today's topic, as we all know, varies. But one of the main subject matters I want to talk about today is the hip-hop industry. And fortunately, it's good news for all my lyricists and all my MCs out there who've been wishing that the game of hip-hop would be resurrected, and for all of those, and bad news for all of those who thought that hip-hop was dead. Yeah, we're going to talk about that today, because I've been on hiatus for a minute, about a week or two. I haven't been making no videos because I've been watching the game. I've been watching the game of hip hop, YouTube videos. I've been watching the internet. I've been watching to see what time is going. What direction the game is really going to be headed back in. Where they going with this? Because it all connects to, not only does hip hop connect to those who like to dance and sing and be happy, it connects to mathematics. It connects to mathematics, the form of physics, and those who want to think geometrically. And this is how I knew that hip hop wasn't going to die. But we're going to get to that in a minute. But nevertheless, as I've been watching, I've noticed that there's, as God says in his Bible, Torah, and the Quran, who is there that will rise out of this band of dead people? Who is it that's going to rise up and take control of the reins and be my beacon of light? So as I've been watching the game, I've noticed that the game is slowly but surely shifting back to the West Coast, because of basically like 2 to 3, 4, 5 MCs. But there's 2 MCs that I really want to talk about today that, people are talking about, people are giving praise to, but I don't think people grasped the magnitude of the events that's about to occur. I don't think that people are actually going to I don't even think they realize what's about to happen. See, because we all been sitting up here, some of us been faking like we want to see hip hop be resurrected, but this is not a knock on mumble rap. This is not a knock on any type of, we just had, I just see the game evolving 360 degrees full circle back around to hip hop. And it's because of, MCs like Daylyte and MCs like Locksmith. These are 2 pivotal MCs that's about to shift the game, not just back to the West Coast, because I really don't give a fuck about East Coast, West Coast, man. I don't care about none of that shit. And that's what stands out. This is what makes these MCs stand out to me, as MCs that's being head and shoulders above the rest. I'm not saying that these MCs are angels, because I know that they live a life. This is California. This is LA, nigga. We know what that's all about. But these MCs, when I see these MCs, it reminds me of when God says, who will be those who rise out of the weak and rise from amongst the weak people who refuse to fight, who refuse to go against the grain because they got a little job, because they got a little house, because they comfortable and content. And I've noticed Daylyte and Locksmith. And like I said, I don't care nothing about no West Coast, East Coast shit. I don't care nothing about the South. I don't care about none of that shit. Because we need MCs like this in the game. Niggas who gonna actually make shit, make records and songs that they know that might not sell, but it's gonna sell because it's in God's will. This is how it's, you got those evil forces who are plotting, but guess what? God is the best of planners. And this is what I see. This is the magnitude. This is how deep this is. Because there's a design right now to dumb our people down through the hip hop industry. The hip hop is teaching teaching us how to shoot each other, kill each other. And R&B is teaching us how to cheat on our girl, telling our girl how to cheat on us. So, yeah. God says, he's slowly but surely shaping and molding his creation. And as I see it, MCs like Daylyte and Locksmith is about to change the game. Not just for money, not just for no fame. Nah, none of those reasons whatsoever. This is for a much, much deeper reason, because there's a design, and they know it, and I know it. There's a design to fuck over our people, our black youth, as well as every other youth out here. This is made to dumb you down. No, this ain't a knock on mumble rap or any of that other, because basically what all that type of rap is coded language amongst the youth. And it speaks to the youth and tells the youth, the white people might be happy and dancing to that shit. You know what I'm saying? They might be happy and dancing to it. But guess what? It's a coded language amongst the youth. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really knock it, because I understand everything they're talking about. And even a lot of them are slowly but surely coming back around to lyricism, coming back around to hip hop. These young niggas are starting to develop, and they starting to wise up, and they starting to say, fuck these niggas. Fuck these motherfuckers that's in the industry, that's the powers that be, that want us to dumb each other down. They starting to notice that, man. You got kids out here, man, that's this shit has got them popping all type of pills and smoking meth and all that shit. Smoking crack and all that shit. Just popping ecstasy pills and all that shit. This is what hip hop is doing now, man. You ain't even gotta have a gun to kill these niggas no more, man. So we want to talk about, what I'm saying, because a lot of people there's only certain channels that's actually giving people like Daylyte and Locksmith praise. See, because you gotta, like I said, you got a lot of evil forces out here that don't want them to rise up. So I'm gonna do my part, man. I'm gonna give them this promotion, and we're gonna shine the light on this situation, man, because it's bigger than hip hop. Just like Dead Prez used to say in their records, man. See, a lot of people, a lot of the youth who wasn't living back then, who don't know about record labels like Loud Records. These were the Loud Records. Let me tell you something about Loud Records. They had a whole roster full of motherfuckers that was hot to death, from Mars Def, Dead Prez, all type of niggas on their label. So, but they came up with a conspiracy against those artists. They came up with a conspiracy against those artists. That when them artists came out with records and songs, and they release date came out, that they was not going to promote their albums the way that they supposed to have. And the whole label took a conspiracy and went through a conspiracy to take a dive. It was like a prize fighter, like a mob come to a prize fighter and they tell the prize fighter, yo, listen, man, listen, we're gonna pay you $1 billion. We want you to fall in the first round. And that's what Loud Records did, man. They had a whole roster full of conscious rappers, conscious MCs, some of the hottest niggas you would ever want to hear. That was on the rise. That was bringing about a revolution in the industry. Very conscious rappers, like some of the most gifted MCs that you would ever want to hear in that era. You know what I'm saying? You probably listen to them now and say, okay, they was all right, but you got to understand it was that era. We go through transformations and our youth gets stronger as the time goes on. You got to excuse the noise. As you know, it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm doing this video and these crackers is coming through trying to bring about the noise factor. But we're going to let that wave pass. And it was basically a conspiracy by that label, Loud Records. Do your research. I told you, never believe shit I got to say, man. Fuck the messenger. Just pay attention to the message. This record was created to kill hip hop. They lured all the real MCs to their label, and they had the hottest roster in the game. The hottest roster in the game. And they took a nosedive so that all the conscious MCs could be weeded out the game. Just go do your research, man. So this was the first step to their killing hip hop, so that they could bring about the rebirth of lollipop rap. No disrespect to all the brothers and sisters out there doing their thing right now. I congratulate you, man, because I know that the odds for a man to make it out the hood is 1 billion to 1 for a brother to make it up out the hood. So these young brothers are doing their thing, man, and they doing it without having guidance by their side. The older niggas who are mad because their life never went nowhere, so they want the youth to go astray. Niggas always got some fucked up shit to say about the youth. But as you know, Mental Telepathy's arena, we about the youth, man. Because we recognize our future. But with that being said, we're going to get back to the essence of the conversation. It was a conspiracy, man, to weed out all the MCs. They weeded niggas out like KRS-One, Rakim, Mars Def, X-Clan, all these niggas. X-Clan, they really killed themselves, man. These niggas wasn't really real. They was running around having all type of sex with all that type of different chicks and hotels, and niggas killed themselves with AIDS. Ain't that, when you're not true to the game is not going to be true to you, man. Niggas killed themselves off with AIDS. A couple of them niggas died of HIV, man. And then that fucked up the whole group. But nevertheless, back to the essence of what I was saying, it was a whole conspiracy. This was the first step to killing hip hop, or so they thought. See, because like I told you in my previous videos, the most beautiful thing about the hip hop industry, man, the game, the music industry, is that the artists don't really need the mainstream. Here they go with that noise shit. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, like I told you, but they coming through with the bullshit. So yeah. So as the game went along, we started seeing all our real MCs weeded out the game. We started seeing all the real MCs being weeded out the game, and people like me started to notice. We started to take notice. Nas was getting fucked over by the media. Real MCs. So hope looked bleak in the eyes of the beholder, and you have to understand, because as we looked at the game, we knew that it was a conspiracy going on. We knew that it was a conspiracy going on, and the media had a lot to do with it. No, they wouldn't play nothing that was conscious no more. No, and a lot of it, and so as the game went on, it went into the transformation from real MCs into to bringing about the gay agenda, shoving the gay agenda down the industry's throat, making rappers wear dresses and skirts and shit like that, and tight pants and all this shit. No, that ain't no knock on the youth, man. I'm not knocking y'all brothers or sisters. Nah, I'm not doing that. But I'm just saying what the conspiracy was and what it is, man. So just like I noticed it, God noticed it. God already knew it. Because like I said, the evil ones plot, but God is the best of planners. So he's going to relate to the youth the way through what the youth relate to. So he knows that that the powers that be is going to relate to you through what? Hip hop. Because that bridges the gap between us and the powers, their children. And like I told you, they trying to get revenge for the shit that we did with their children, with the white youth. Hip hop bridged the gap between us and them. So they mad about that shit. So they slowly but surely trying to get their youth not to listen to this shit. But come on, the youth is smarter than these motherfuckers now. So they saying, yo, I know what the fuck I want to listen to, man. Please. This shit is creative. These niggas are geniuses. And I want to be part of this shit. So the powers that be is mad about that. So they was trying to take revenge on hip hop. But enough said about the unfortunate part. But as we moved into the transformation of the new era, the mumble rap game, the coded language amongst the youth, which the older people could not understand. So as we go through transformation, there's all type of eras where we go through transformation where the old niggas be like, come on, man, you ain't doing it like the way we used to do it, man. Nah, they're not. They're doing it in a much smarter way, man. They're doing it in a way where they're trying to avoid these homo niggas in the industry, where they trying to avoid the labels who are trying to bleed niggas dry. To the point where the game has been reversed on them. The internet is killing their ass. They gotta see, that's karma. Karma is universal law and nobody gets around it. But back to the essence of the conversation. Like I said, God says, who will rise from amongst the weak, the meek and the humble? Who will rise and take the reins in my name, man, and take back the game in my name? And when you look at the game, you got to look at MCs like Daylyte and Locksmith. And the game will shift back to the West Coast. These are two of the most prolific, not because they're lyrics, they are lyrically skilled. Some of the most prolific artists that you're gonna hear today. I mean, you got a lot of jealous niggas out here that's saying, yo, I'm nice. No, yeah, you nice. Yeah, y'all are nice. You got some MCs out here they coming back to lyricism too, but they coming back in the wrong formation. They talking about all the wrong shit. They subject matters don't hold no substance to it. But when you look at artists like Daylyte and Locksmith, these are niggas who are going against the grain, sacrificing their livelihoods, sacrificing not only their livelihoods, they're sacrificing the fact that they might not make no money off this shit. And those are the MCs I gotta respect in today's era. Because these are it's like I said, it's bigger than hip hop. Like Dead Prez used to say in their records, it's bigger than hip hop. You know why? because they're talking about shit that not only we're going to take, like we're taking notice of, but the government is taking notice of. And they know that they can easily they endanger their own lives, their own well-being, because like I told you before in my previous videos, the feds got all type of ways to get at a motherfucker. They'll send your own motherfucking homies. Look what they did to motherfucking Nipsey Hussle when he came up with his plan to try to facilitate the positive circle. So even his spirit is living on vicariously, through people like Daylyte, Locksmith. I'm not even gonna say myself because a lot of people haven't heard my music, but I'll be in the game. I'll be there with them, man. Whether it's on the stage or in the crowd, I'm gonna be there. Because this is the shit that gets me excited, man. These are the type of brothers that lets me know that the game is about to change. And all these other brothers that's coming back to lyricism, they changing the game too. So y'all ain't gotta get jealous about these brothers, man. Let these brothers take the reins, man. Because like I said, this shit is bigger than you and it's bigger than hip hop, man. I want to give shout out to that brother Daylyte, and I want to give a shout out to the brother Locksmith, because they don't get enough praise. All praises is due to God, but these brothers are a beacon of light in the game. A beacon of light in the game. And it makes me happy that the game is going to come back 360 degrees full circle back to lyricism and back to consciousness, man. We need conscious minds back in the game. Ain't no reason to hate all y'all niggas that supposed to be militants, all y'all niggas that supposed to be conscious niggas. Don't let the white man has hardened your heart so much, man, that you niggas can't even see straight. Every time somebody else come up with the same message that you niggas are dropping, all of a sudden you niggas get jealous, saying, "Oh man, that nigga ain't real." Listen to us, man. We're grassroots movement. We're the new Black Panther Party. We're such and such and such. Instead of embracing your brothers, man, these niggas are dropping the same message you niggas are dropping. When you see that, man, you supposed to show love to that. And I'm talking to all these niggas, Dr. Umar Johnson, all you niggas, man. Support these brothers, man. No, don't just, this ain't all, the world don't evolve around just you niggas. This has to be done as a collective, man. This has to be done in unity, man, because we fighting the monster. We are fighting a monster. And if you only knew the evil plans that they got laid out for us, you'll come to your senses, man. For the sake of your children, for the sake of their futures, man. And if you can't recognize your future, then you wasting fucking space on earth. This shit, like I said, this shit is bigger than hip hop. And these brothers are about to bring about a revolution in the game, man. When you think about brothers like Daylyte and Locksmith and a few other brothers that's in the game that's coming around to this shit, the game is about to change, baby. I see it slowly but surely changing for the better. And when we decide as a people to rise up and support these artists, whether they a label support them or not, the labels are going to be knocking on their doors, and they're going to say, "Okay, we're sorry, Daylyte. We want to sign you. Come on, Locksmith. We want to sign you." Right now, you got a lot of people that won't touch them because they know all these niggas that claim that, "Oh, yo, man, I like that. I like your message," but they won't touch that shit. You know why? Because they thinking about money. They thinking about money, man. So we have to understand. We have to understand, man. I want y'all to see what the fuck is going on, man. We have to understand. You feel me? that these brothers, man, it starts with one gun, man. The revolution only starts with one gun. It don't matter what everybody else is doing. See, this is why I love MCs and artists like Daylyte and Locksmith. Because these are brothers that's rising up out of a band of weak ass niggas. Rising up out of a band of stupid ass niggas. Walking dead ass niggas. Niggas who just want to be content and comfortable with the fact that they got a fucking job. With the fact that they just slaves. And every time the white man make an example out of people like me and out of people like them, you niggas are even happier that I'm gonna just stay in place, man. I'm just go to work tomorrow. All these niggas that be talking that gangster shit on the weekend, all you gotta do is go outside on Monday morning at between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. You'll see all them bitch ass niggas headed to the plantation. All these old real motherfucking MCs and conscious niggas, you'll see all them niggas. All these gangster niggas, you'll see all them bitch ass niggas headed to the plantation riding the white man's dick. So God says, who will rise out of from a band of weak ass cowards? And basically, we had to look towards our soldiers. These niggas had this. They got to step away from their gangs. They know that their lives can be jeopardized, just like Nipsey Hussle's Nipsey Hussle life was compromised. They know that this can happen. This is how God shapes and molds you niggas. I once heard Daylyte say, "Yo, Nipsey Hussle's death was probably the best thing that happened to the industry, man, to the people, period, because his spirit became the image became larger than life. His message became larger than life. So even though these artists was on that path, they became stronger. Their inspiration, he became an inspiration to them through spirit. Through spirit. This is what you gotta understand, man. The game is bigger than this shit is bigger than hip hop, man. This is about a plot to exterminate black people, man. This ain't only to kill hip hop, this is to kill the mind of our youth. Because that's how the devil works. He reinvents himself to go according to your desires, because our every desire is our weakness. So we have to be careful that we don't always succumb to our weaknesses, man. We got to try to recognize our weakness in order to turn our weaknesses into our strengths. To weed the devil, to weed Baphomet back out of the game. Back out of the game. I don't think you niggas hear me though. So this is why I'm bringing about the subject matter of people like Daylyte and Locksmith. And of course myself, the lyrical genius, Black Titanium. I've been going against the current, been going against the grain from day one. And I'm suffering today for it. But it's all right. It's all right. Because now that I know that God has strengthened me and has shown me, saying, listen, man, they planning and plotting, but I am the best of planners. This ain't about just Daylyte and about their skills and about, this is bigger. Like I told you, this shit is bigger than hip hop. These are brothers who are in the game. They don't even know the magnitude of what they're doing. But they are part of the youth who are actually tired of seeing, they know the social injustices that goes on against our people. And they tired of the bullshit, man. And they said, whether I make money or not, man, I'm gonna do this shit for the love of the game. Those are brothers. When brothers do it like that, you know that they're doing it for the love of the game. They feel free when they on the microphone, just like I feel free when I'm in the studio booth in the on the microphone, because this is God's gift, and to abuse it is not to use it. And when you do not use it, you will lose it. But like I said, man, we fighting a monster, man, a monster that's bigger than you could ever imagine, because we are headed into those times, the test of times, the test that's beyond your wildest nightmares. This is where we headed right now, and it's coming real soon, man. As you can see, the game is slowly but surely shifting and taking moving into transformation, setting up the stage for the Antichrist. And like I said, these artists, these type of artists are beacons of light to the game. They don't know what they're doing right now, but I know what's happening because I connect the whole picture in the spiritual formation. We have to learn how to think geometrically. And we got to support those brothers. Because as we supporting them, you got evil forces that's trying to destroy that movement, man. But the movement is going hard. It's like the juggernaut effect. Once that shit get rolling, it's hard to stop, man. And we have to start rolling with that shit. Understand what I'm saying? Excuse my language. You have to start rolling with the movement. Because it's bigger than hip-hop. And all you niggas out there that's talking about you Christians, Jews, and Muslims, this connects with you niggas too, man. This connects with y'all too. Because I see a lot of y'all sitting up behind the scenes talking about, brother, just be patient. Brother, these niggas giving in, done caved into the whole fucking game. And don't think nobody noticed that they ain't nothing but fucking cowards no more. From all these pastors, these old sexually perverted ass pastors, to these old money hungry, money grubbing ass immigrants that's coming in as Muslims and Jews and no Christians and shit. You niggas should be ashamed of yourself, man. Real talk. You should be ashamed of yourself. But I want you to take notice, man. The game, the hip hop is back. In full force. In full force. And trust me, when God is in control of it, when God says yes, you can have the whole world trying to stop it. It won't happen. God is gonna be exactly what God says. When he says, "Kum fire kum, be," and it is. Trust me. This is bigger than hip hop, man. So I would advise you to get down or just lay down, man. Like a bunch of these other coward ass niggas is doing. Lay down, man. Just roll over for them niggas. And let them shoot you in your head and stick dicks in your ass and all that. Because I know your wives and your girls don't respect you niggas, man. They just going along because you niggas got a good job now and you making a little finances, and they going to spend your money quicker than you niggas can make it. Because they don't respect cowards, man. Especially when you can't protect, you refuse to protect the future of our future, the youth, the black youth. Well, you got the youth that's stepping up right now. This is, like I told you, this is who's gonna have to do it, because all these old ass niggas is just come on, brother, just we ain't gotta go through all of that. You bitch niggas. Sometimes you gotta get knocked in your fucking head. Sometimes somebody gotta bleed and die for this shit. Where are all you niggas at, man? When the time has come, man. Like God says in the Bible, the Torah, and the Quran, what is the matter with you niggas, man? Why do you not fight? You see the monster just doing all type of shit to our people. Knowing that these niggas are doing our youth wrong, knowing that they doing our women wrong, knowing that they doing us wrong. But you niggas will sit back and join their ranks, and say, yo, man, I'm just gonna go along to get along, man. You know, they paying me $17 an hour now, man. Oh, yo, they raised the minimum wage, man. It's up 70 now. Yo, fuck that. I'm doing my... You bitch niggas. Because little do you know, man, money is... They only turning that shit up because money is about to become obsolete, man. The dollar bill is crumbling. The white man system is crumbling as we speak, man. I know it looks all beautiful, the lights and the cameras and the action and niggas driving the Bentleys and the Audis and the, you know, the Jaguars, and you niggas are just mesmerized by it. But if you look around, you walk around these cities, man, and you see these white people having a good time, they just living the American dream. All these immigrants, they living the American dream. But when you look at the black man, but when you look at the black people, you look in the midst of all that good times and all that good shit, you see our people just suffering. Black men just limping around, niggas, Baltimore nodding out around this motherfucker. And our women are looking at us in disgust saying, what's wrong with these niggas? And that all connects, hip hop connects to all of that, man. Like I said, this is a game of physics. All this shit is about a game of physics and those who choose to think geometrically, man. Because we cannot be one-dimensional. We cannot have one-dimensional minds anymore, man. The devil is coming at us in all type of formations, man, through money, women, through all type of channels. So take notice, man, that the hip hop is back, baby. Hip hop is back. We got a fleet of MCs that's on the rise, man. And nigga, we gonna, all these other niggas gotta step to us to the side. All that shit is just a fad. F-A-D. A fad. For those who don't know what it is, a fad is just something that's just temporary. It's just a trend it comes, and when it's just a fad, when something is just a fad, when the music is just a fad, when we got an era that's just a fad, that means a nigga will have to make a song every damn week just to survive. Because all that shit, it just wears out. The falsehood is fucking perishes. All that shit perishes. So niggas gotta, as you see the game spinning and out of control so fast, and the cycle so fast that you can't see, these niggas gotta make a song every week just to be heard. Just to and it's not gonna last. It's gonna die out. Cause even those niggas are coming back around to lyricism. Their lyrics are getting better. These young niggas are developing into something that's way bigger than hip hop, man. And now that's who we gonna have to depend on. Cause like I said, all these old ass niggas ain't doing shit, man. And I'm talking about all these niggas that's supposed to be in religion, conscious niggas. You know what I'm saying? All these niggas, man, think it's about them. I respect people like Dr. Umar Johnson, but it's not just about your school, man. This has to be a collective effort, man, in all facets of life. This is what you gotta understand, and you and a lot of these other niggas gotta understand, man. I support you, but I support them, and I support every other movement that's for the cause of our people. It ain't just you that's gonna resurrect, save the whole fucking world, nigga. Nah. You gotta learn how to embrace each other, man. Because when you bring about unity, like you niggas, like Dr. Umar Johnson said, he say a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? But 2 weeks later, you might see shit, his actions going to the contrary. All of a sudden, you sitting up talking about, not all these conscious rappers, nigga, I'm the most. Nah, man, fuck all of that. We don't speak bad about our conscious brothers and sisters. Because in all reality, man, we all want the same thing. We all gotta eat and everything else, man. And trust me, the powers that be is making it real hard for us to eat, and we all suffering, man, because of the fact that we speaking out against their system. Understand what I'm saying, man? When they get you in isolation, when they get people like me in isolation, and they get around them, they try to do us dirty. And they use our own people against us. The game is set up so unfair against us. It's like playing a game of chess, man. It is a game of chess. They take all your pieces and put it on their side, and they use your pieces against you. They use your pieces against you. So this is why I say, man, we got to give shout out. We got to take notice of people like Daylyte and Locksmith, man. And as well as many other brothers. I'm sorry, I might forget some of the names that I wanted to mention because there's a few other MCs that I wanted to mention, but no, it slips my mind. I don't really write shit down. I go off the head, man. I'm not trying to be politically correct, long as the message get across. But like I said, man, we got to take notice of these brothers, man, and take notice that the game is back on fleek, as y'all niggas say it in the new era. Back on fleek, baby. Hip hop is back, and it's back to stay. Redemption, baby. It's like Shawshank's Redemption. Whether it's in the mainstream or the underground. As long as we support these artists as a collective, nigga, we are the mainstream. The power is in the hands of the people. Take notice, baby. Take notice. I'm here to put the world on notice, baby, that hip-hop is back. And the game is going to, trust me, when these brothers come out with albums, yo, the game is going to shift back to the West Coast, man. The game is coming back to the West Coast. It could have been back to the West Coast or the East Coast a long time ago. But a lot of niggas are so selfish and self-centered and so bitch-like that they don't want to even see no other artists make it. And this is what had the South controlling the whole industry for the last 25, 30 years. Because artists like Rick Ross choose to help his people. Artists like Gucci Mane and all them niggas, you might say what you want about them niggas, but they get together with their artists. They get together with the underground niggas. They'll get on the underground niggas shit and say, okay, I'm gonna support you, man. This is how they stayed. This is how the game stayed shifted in the South for the last 25 years. Because them niggas knew what unity was about. Even though they didn't have it in regular life, but they had it in that game. When you see people like Rick Ross and all these niggas, they help niggas. DJ Khaled and all these niggas, they help niggas. And this is what we have to do. It's not about East Coast, West Coast, man. But it's going to shift to the West Coast. I guarantee you. I got the eye for this shit. God has blessed me with the gift to spot dry land through muddy waters. And with that being said, man, I just want to give you a little food for thought. I just want to let you know what it really is, man. We have to all get behind these artists like Daylyte and Locksmith, and other artists that's out here dropping these messages that hold substance and that holds weight. That's lyrically gifted. No, you can have anybody come and dropping a message, but it's how creative you are about it. These are not brothers that's just dropping messages. These niggas are lyrically skilled. I mean, with metaphors and punchlines that's busting your whole dome open. You gotta rewind that shit. It's like Rakim used to, when he used to listen to Rakim, you had to rewind this shit like 18 times just to understand the meaning of it. That's what type of artist I'm talking about when I speak about Daylyte and Locksmith and other artists that's dropping these messages now. And they coming. We coming, baby. We coming. And the game hip hop is back. Because the people, the youth who are the most important people in our race, our future, is looking at the game saying, man, we got to turn this shit around, man. We have to turn this shit around. Because this shit is spilling out into real life. Got these niggas, trying to pop bottles and killing each other and wearing skirts, and they turning all these young niggas into homosexuals. All this shit. That's what hip hop is doing, man. This shit is spilling out to real life, man. This shit is bigger than hip hop. So get behind these brothers, man. Take notice, man. Because with or without you, remember, God is in control of this, man. With or without you, it's going to happen. And with that being said, you have watched another episode of Mental Telepathy's Arena, and I am your host and lyrical genius, Black Titanium. Press that like button, press the subscribe button, do whatever you feel, baby. It's for the love of the game. And like I said, I feel free whenever I drop knowledge because knowledge is made to be passed on. And if you can't remember one thing about this video, remember this. Never fear the one who can lead you to the hellfire, but fear the one who can put you in it and leave you there. And with that being said, peace. I'm out.